What's up, guys? This is Webby, and this is your NXT Final Cruiserweight Classic review for September 14th, 2016. We had a tremendous night of action here tonight for us wrestling fans. That is all I can say about that. We had surprises. We have the first ever Cruiserweight champion. Surprisingly, it is not Kota Ibushi, the one person that everybody thought would win. I was highly surprised that TJ Perkins knocked him out in the semifinals. But I will get to that explosive match in just a little bit. First, I'm going to run down NXT. Samoa Joe, he has changed. He starts the show off. He says that he's a disgrace, and he went around, he choked people, and all this stuff while he was champion. He has no apology for it, though. But he wants to be champion again, and he calls out Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura comes down. He tells Shinsuke Nakamura that he means everything that he says, and he meant everything he says on his way to NXT Brooklyn. We went to war! And he says that Nakamura is a worthy champ. But Joe wants his rematch. Look, we all knew he was going to get his rematch anyway because he has his rematch clause. Nakamura accepts. Well, this is when we saw the mean streak side of Joe come out again. Samoa Joe showed this mean side of him again because he attacked Shinsuke Nakamura, slammed him on the steel steps, and they had to EMT Nakamura out of the building. Liv Morgan versus Rachel Foxio. Liv Morgan wins by submission. Not much to talk about here. The only thing to talk about here is Liv Morgan is now challenging for the women's championship on NXT. That's what's more than likely going to happen because she is calling out the women's champion. And Asuka is going to kill her, as what everybody is saying. Drew Gulak versus Hideo Itami. This is pretty much a guaranteed win for Hideo Itami. Because Hideo Itami won. They're building him up again. They're not going to have Drew Gulak beat Hideo Itami. Authors of Pain in a squash match. I'm continuing and I'm still wishing that the Authors of Pain would have Paul Ellering explain why in the world they are here besides to go out and beat people up. Really. I'm still waiting for that. And in the main event, we have No Way Jose versus Bobby Glued. Glorious! Glorious! Bobby Roode is victorious. No Way Jose, I'm sorry, I cannot take serious with him dancing around. I realize his character is that way, but I can't take him serious. He reminds me of kind of like an Adam Rose. He needs people dancing around with him, really. To me, he does. And that was NXT tonight. It was a good show. Biggest thing that happened was the beginning of NXT, Samoa Joe and Shinsuke Nakamura. What will come with that? As of right now, it's saying that Shinsuke Nakamura, they're playing it off that he's hurt, but, we'll see what happens with that. The Cruiserweight Classic, as I've said it, they've done it again. And the only thing I can say is, Monday Night Raw, do not mess up the Cruiserweight division. if you have commercial break after commercial break after commercial break in the matches, the Cruiserweight division will suck. Please don't do that. Grand Metalik versus Zack Sabre Jr. This match opened up the Cruiserweight Classic. It was great. The first match of the semifinal round, Grand Metalik ended up winning. This match was awesome. Back and forth. I mean, flying up and down. I mean, they couldn't ask for a better opening matchup. I mean, Grand Metalik was grounded for part of it. But this was absolutely fantastic. Couldn't ask for a better match. Kota Ibushi versus TJ Perkins. TJ Perkins picked up the victory and knocked out the favorite who has been the favorite since the Cruiserweight Classic began. Knocked out Kota Ibushi with that deathly hurting ankle lock thing that he puts on. TJ Perkins picked up the victory. I mean, absolutely, I don't see how TJ Perkins could withstand those hard-hitting kicks and that Kota Ibushi powerbomb sitting slam thing that he does. But these guys went back and forth. This was a great contest. By far, awesome match. Cedric Alexander and Noah Andar versus Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. This was a great matchup. This showcased two people that was on the Cruiserweight Classic versus two people off of NXT. This had a little history backstory to it. If Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa won, they could get a shot at the tag titles on NXT against the Revival later on down the road. This was a good matchup. You know, it was pretty much a guaranteed win for Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. These guys went back and forth. Cedric Alexander and Noam Dar, I'll just say this, they really showcased them in letting them look like they were going to pick up the victory. And I'm glad they did that because it was at the Cruiserweight Classic and they needed to showcase them and make them look really good. And that's what they did on this show. So I really like that. But Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa picked up the victory. Grand Metalik and TJ Perkins in the main event. Triple H comes out and says that whoever's the winner is the first ever Cruiserweight champion. And TJ Perkins picked up the victory. He is the first ever Cruiserweight champion. And this was a great matchup. Grand Metalik was grounded for a big part of this. I will say that. I liked how it ended when he was going for that Grand Metalik driver to TJ Perkins. And TJ Perkins reversed it from the top rope into the ankle lock thing. And TJ Perkins won. That was a great finish. I like how this finished. This was an epic classic. And the only thing I want to say is to Mauro Renato, you said on the Cruiserweight Classic that you had tears in your eyes and you said that the Cruiserweights was in good hands because they were going to Michael Cole, Byron Saxton, and Corey Graves. I have tears in my eyes because we're going to have to sit there every Monday night and watch the Cruiserweights get called by Michael Cole and Byron Saxton. The only person that might be able to save that is Corey Graves. So I have tears in my eyes that Mauro Renato is not going to be the one calling that every night and every week. I have tears in my eyes for that. I just want to point that out. So I hope that SmackDown gets a Cruiserweight division so we can have some parts of what we just watched. And I really hope that Monday Night Raw does not have commercials after commercials after commercials in the Cruiserweight matches. Because if they do, on the Cruiserweight division. But overall, This was an epic night for wrestling. If you missed it, I highly advise you to go back and watch. And after a Cruiserweight Classic like this, I have no idea what us wrestling fans are going to do on Wednesday night from now on. Since this is over and NXT is only an hour, I don't know what we're going to do from now on Wednesday nights, because NXT is only an hour, so I don't know. Maybe Lucha Underground or something like that. But that's the Cruiserweight Classic and NXT for this week. If you have missed any of the episodes of the Cruiserweight Classic, I highly advise you to go back and watch them. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. If you missed any of my videos throughout this past week, go back and check them out. Until I see you again, I'm Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.